Well, good evening, everyone. I appreciate those of you who are on live, and hello to you all who will watch the recording later. I missed being with you all last month. If you recall, it was our family's beach trip, and a huge thank you to both Amber Fry and Courtney Lewis, because y'all gave powerful messages on that call, and I'm so appreciative to both of you. And Courtney, I hope you can, I don't think Courtney can hear me yet, but anyway, if you are new and this is your first call as a new consultant, my name is Dina Kretzer. I'm an independent consultant and national vice president with Arvon. And also, if you are new and this is your very first call to be on, we want you to introduce yourself. But you know what? I don't see anyone who is that brand new on there, or I was going to have you all say who you are, where you're from. So we will keep going. And just a quick review for all of you who are newer on when, where, what are these trainings, when do they come? I just want to see if I can put this all together very quickly. On the first Tuesday of each month, we combine with a few of our upline and sideline VPs for a multi-nations call. Then on the third Tuesday, that's tonight, is our own nations call. Then every Sunday evening, our awesome direct upline EMVP, Cecilia Stoll, has the Skills Sunday calls. No one listens to them live. She has 200 nations. We're one of those 200 nations. And there are not enough Zoom lines for all of 200 teams to be on there. So they're all recorded, and I post the recording almost always on Monday. I've really gotten better about that. So always look for those on Monday. And I encourage you to all watch these. It's on your time because no one can watch them live, but find your own time to watch them. They're usually only 20 minutes long, and they are full of excellent training, practical training, along with stories that will continue to inspire you and build your belief. And then last, for all of us who committed to the 90-day activity challenge from now through October, for those who have sent that in, let me know, let their RVP know that they're doing this. There is a live call on Sunday evenings led by either Deanna Heron or another VP who she invites to train. If you did not already commit to this but want to, you can start at any time. It's not too late. Let your RVP know. She can get the commitment form and the daily goal sheets and the 90-day goal sheets to you. And you're not that far behind. We only had one call. It was August 7th. And then Deanna was on the MVP challenge trip now. So we didn't have a call on the 14th. So you start now, you'll be right on the second call, will be this coming Sunday, 9 o'clock Eastern time. So I love the combination of all these calls, because if you put our family tree together and kind of get your mind of who are these names, where are they? Our nation is direct to Connie Cahelo's nation, and that's who we join with for the multi-nations call, Connie and others in her success line. Connie is direct to Deanna Heron. That's our Sunday night for those who are doing the activity challenge. Deanna Heron is direct to Cecilia Stoll. So Cecilia, Deanna, Connie, and our nation. So if you take advantage of all of these, you will get to learn not from just the leaders in Hope Dealers Nation, although we have some awesome leaders who train very well right here in our nation, but also be learning from Connie, from Deanna, from Cecilia, from all the VPs in their line. And if that sounds like a lot, I kind of did some quick math. It averages less than an hour a week of training calls. And except for the Sunday night live, when you can really say where you want to, put that in your schedule where you want to. I like for you to be on live on this one too, but it's, about an hour or less a week is a very tiny investment of time and energy in order to create an asset that's going to pay very generously for the rest of your lives. You can't build an asset like this in a vacuum alone. You have to have the training and the wisdom and the perspective of those who have gone before. So I hope that puts it all, that it is organized and it's planned. It's not just calls here and there, squirrel. There is a method to it and a real purpose and a connection with all of these calls. So I want to focus my training tonight on the huge goal that I know many of you who are on this call have, and many of you who will listen to the recording have, and that is to promote to district manager while it is on sale, as I like to call it. Arbonne has been offering this once, maybe twice a year, but we never know if they will ever offer it again. And what we do know is they're offering it now. And we have this opportunity right here in this month. And I treat every incentive like this as though I'm a brand new consultant, because I have no business training any of you on how you can do this if I'm not doing it myself. In fact, I was trained from the start to requalify for district manager every month, and I have never missed a month of doing that. That's just the $2,500 building block, that 2,500 QV building block that you'll hear training on over and over. Only this month it's going to be a little bit higher and be 3,500. And then just to make another point on the enormity of this offer from Arbonne, without it, if this were just a plain month without it, you could do 3,500 in August, and that would be fantastic. You would still have 2,500 to do in September to finish district. So I think of it as that Arbonne just decided they needed a whole lot of fizz, and they were going to order it from you, each one of you individually. They just placed a $2,500 order with you, and now you have 3,500 left to do to finish DM. It is that cool. So where do you start? Because I know we're halfway through the month, and some of you might be thinking this sounds impossible. Well, some of you will know where I'm going to say that you start, and it is mindset. It is all right here in the mind, the decision to do this. It's not all right there, but a big part of it. You can't skip that part. The belief after the decision, the belief that it's possible, not just for some of the people you're looking at on this call, but it's possible for you. It's a commitment to good habits, like getting to sleep a little earlier so that you wake up a little earlier and have the time to read, to journal gratitude, to listen to a positive message, fill your mind with truth and positivity, to meditate, to pray, to exercise, go for a walk, any and all of those things. If you do not start out to get in control of your day, to run your mind, your day will run you. Has anyone ever had a day that runs them instead? I have had those. I don't like those. And so I do everything I can to make sure that I am up and I get to choose so much about how my day is going to go right there, at least where it's going to go here. And I am a big believer in speaking affirmations so that I'm hearing not just someone else's voice on a great training, great story, inspiration, but that I hear my own voice speaking life and truth over myself, over my family, over my business, over my purpose. And while I have several affirmation statements memorized that if there's time, I may go back and just share these at the end of the call. But those I say in the same order, same words every single day, many times through the day. But I read a new one, just one sentence that I want to share in this book that I am loving. It's Robin Sharma. I love everything he writes. This is the Everyday Hero. And I wrote this one sentence down that he said in here. And now I say this every morning too, but I don't have this one memorized yet, so I'm going to read it. Today, I am showing up with enthusiasm, excellence, and kindness. I am so very grateful for the day ahead and all its beauty, joys, and excitements. And that's it, just that one simple sentence. And there is power in speaking those words from your heart. You say that with your heart being engaged in it, and you will see the opportunities through the day to show kindness, to really see the beauties and joys and excitements of the present instead of just passing through your waking hours, getting stuff done. So next, in how are you going to get this done, is to remove that fear of failure, the fear that you don't have what it takes, that you're not enough. If you heard Jennifer Lepping on last week's Sunday Skills call, she made a powerful statement that I wrote down. Fear and faith both believe in a future that hasn't happened yet. Is that cool? Nadina, did you hear that? You're nodding. I loved that because we get to choose to live in fear, expecting the negatives. Nobody's going to host. No one's going to buy. I'll never get to the 3,500. Or we can live in faith, expecting and looking for the good. Success in this business is directly related to personal growth. And one place personal growth comes from is from setting goals higher than you've ever set them before, believing they're possible, fueling that belief every day, and then making a plan and actually working the plan. So next, I want to say that while you're doing this, while you're going for it, know at the same time, without letting yourself off the hook for working, but know that you are in no way defined by your title in Arbonne or by your QV. You really are not. If you go for this and you fall short, maybe it's that you're in solid qualification for district manager with 2,500. Celebrate that win. Don't say, I failed, I didn't get there. Celebrate that win. If you go for this and fall short by even more, then celebrate the seeds that you've planted and the growth that has taken place and the many times that you pushed yourself to make a braver ask than you'd ever done before, and keep building on that. And remember too, that you're always working your business 30, 60, 90 days in advance. So everything you do this month will not wrap up this month. Some of it is going to spill over. A lot of it will spill over, and it will determine what September and October and November all look like. But when we need more immediate results in a 2-week time period, what do we do? Well, I love numbers, so I like to turn it into 3 weeks by marking off full 5-day segments. And there are exactly 15 more days starting tomorrow. And if you go 5, 5, 5, there are exactly 3 little mini weeks in there. And then I set goals for what I'm going to do in those 5-day weeks. So one goal is, how can I share Arbonne with 10 people in each 5-day week? So I think that, because it's just, if you don't plan for that, it's not just going to happen. So I could do it with 10 one-on-ones if I had time to run all over creation in those 5 days, or I could do it with a couple of events, either virtual or in person, or a combination. And if you are in the Richmond area, you're going to say, this is a recording, but you have a great Glow Bar event coming up on August 23rd. Thank you, Fran, for opening your home to us. And also one of Diana Ofoia's. Diana's a little new. Raise your hand, Diana. I only see your eyes in the screen. There you go. Diana has an awesome friend and preferred client who just went through the 30-day program and has a powerful story about it. She's going to also speak when we get to the end of the Glow Bar. And if you have anyone that you think would be 1% interested in the 30 days, I think they will be 100% interested and ready to start after they hear Diana's friend. So I'm going to give a couple of other specific activity ideas, and then I'm going to turn this over to Connolly to share something that she did that I thought was of great value last week. So one activity that many of us are getting great results from is getting out samples of derm results. Raise your hand if you have been getting those out in the mail or out in person. Yep. And whether in person or mailing them out, here it is. This is what I am giving out. So, the little bottle, thank you, Becky Somé, for showing us where these come from. And then the glow cream and the cleanser. And I always put in a skin elixir, because it is the perfect bridge to introduce someone who is all about nutrition to skincare, because this is the collagen builder. It's also a great bridge for someone who's all about skincare to introduce them to part of Arbonne's nutrition. Very important before mailing or dropping samples of any kind. And I see someone I had this conversation with this week, always ask the question, if I drop samples in the mail of our new Derm Results line, would you try it? That goes for anything. If I dropped a couple of Energy Fizz in the mail, if I dropped a protein sample in the mail, if I sent you a recording of an opportunity of a person who was ex-profession sharing her experience with the Arbonne opportunity, would you watch it? It's always, if I sent this, would you try it, watch it, listen to it? If they say yes for these samples, say great, they are going out today. You should have them by X date. So, I'm going to give you 3 days or so to try it. What if I call you at this time on this date? Set that date. That doesn't guarantee they're going to pick up the phone when you call on that day and time, but it really ups the odds, and it shows them that you're a professional and you're being responsible and you're following up. I asked a client this week the if I would you on derm results, and she was the first one so far that told me no, thank you, that she didn't want to try them. And I'm like, thanks for sharing, because now I'm going to waste one of these, sending it to you, and then wondering why she's not getting back to me when she never told me she wanted to try them in the first place. So that if I would you is really important, so that you're only sending it to people who said yes, they'd like to try it. More quick ideas. Invite someone from whatever it is you're doing, the gym, the pool, over to make a protein shake, or a few neighbors over to do that short glow bar, which is just fizz sampling, trying derm results on the back of the hands, going through the green gut glow. I never come out the same with the G. It's green gut glow. Play the new card if you're new. Tell people you need to practice. And right now we're all new to the glow bar presentation, so we can all play the new card there and say we want to practice a really fun new presentation that's very interactive, short, fun, informative. Ask if you can practice on them and friends, and just pay attention to whoever is in your path. I get into conversations all the time with people with whom I'm doing business. And I love that after 16 years of growing a business and having a growing local team, most of the people I talk with still have never heard of Arbonne. And they're professionals, they're busy people, they're not living under a rock. It's still so wide open everywhere. Don't think it is not. We will never run out of people to talk with. I have a teenage neighbor who comes and takes care of our cat when we're away. And so often it's Arbonne trips. And so every time it's another Arbonne trip, she's even more intrigued, and she loves the products. I'm always leaving little surprise products in the house after we leave. I give her products for her birthday. She is in love with all things Arbonne. Her mom is a friend and a preferred client. And when she turned 17 at the start of this month, she told me, one more year, and I am definitely doing this business with you. She said, I am going to major in business in college, and what better way for me to learn about business than to have my own business with Arbonne. And I sent her Hallie Dyer's Discover Arbonne, if y'all listen to that, because she built this business. It was last Thursday nights, and built this while she was in college. And now my young friend is even more inspired. So I will be sending a few more of those young ones to her. Folks, she was 11 months old the day I began this business. So I share this just to encourage the perspective of planting seeds for the future and committing until, so that you're still going, you're still growing, should we say still glowing too, when it's the right time for them to join you. So as a segue to what Con will share, I just want to quickly share something that I found very meaningful that ENVP Tara Brandsma shared at Empower Live. And I'm just going to give a quick summary from my notes, which will not do justice to Tara's whole training, but you'll get this one point. She said, we don't have a time management problem. We have a self-management problem. To become a multiplier, she used that word, and isn't that interesting, because we've got this multiplier bonus going, which I'm not even going into tonight. If you have a question on that, please go over that with your RVP or ask a question in that post. But to become a multiplier, Tara said, who is thinking of the future and how they're going to create significance, we have to get away from our to-do list and have a success list. And I am like the to-do list queen. So I was like slipping down in my chair as she was doing this. She said, for the, how did she say it? For the success list, ask one question every day. What is the one thing I can do today that will create the success I want in the future? And she gave the answer. It's to schedule the activity necessary to get in front of 10 new people per week, whether that's in person or virtual groups or a combination of these and one-on-ones. And she made the comment, a to-do list pulls us in all directions. I understand that. A success list pulls us in one focused direction. So I'm going to turn this over to Connolly, because she made whether she was thinking about that training or not, she definitely did that one activity necessary for the future last week. So I want you to share that, Con, and then go right on into recognition.
Yeah, that's a really great segue, Dina. Thank you. So I want to encourage you with what I'm about to share to just go for what it is that's going to get you to where you want to be in the most streamlined direction. And it's just what you shared, Dina. That was perfect, from Tara. But what I decided to do, not only for my personal business, but also to inspire my team and now to inspire all of us, is I decided, one, I'm rusty on the Facebook parties, admittedly so. So what can I do to get back into the activity, but kind of spice it up as related to what we're really focusing on now? So why not do Facebook Glow Party? Because one, it's going to get me back into the Facebook game, but two, it's really just focusing on two main product sets. And that to me just felt manageable. It felt easy, and it felt like I could turn it around really quickly and get people excited about it. So this was last week. We spent most of July vacationing, which felt really awesome, but I knew coming into a new month and not being on vacation anymore that it was going to be really, I needed to get activity moving quickly. So in a nutshell, what I did was it was probably on like Monday, I decided on Wednesday before, because we were going camping Thursday morning. So I'm like, I got to do this party Wednesday night. So Monday I set it up, and all I did is I just made a little Facebook banner picture, glow party. I had the derm set pictured there, and I had the green glow gut, Dina. Equally, I never know the G's, and what I just say what comes to mind, right? So I had those two pictures there. That was going to be the focus. And I just kind of labeled it as that. Like, hey, I would love for you to come learn about our new 3-step vitamin C skincare. So I think it's really important if you keep those simplistic kind of tag words there, 3-step vitamin C skincare. You don't have to use that, but I know people know vitamin C and 3-step immediately. They think easy. So I would love for you to learn about that, plus our green glow gut drink that I've been loving. So I just said, hey, it's 15 minutes. Come on. And the key to what I did was, one, I created the group. I invited a lot of people, but then I went and I did those individual messages, just like we do textbook with our other Facebook parties. But it did take a lot of like active reach out and excitement. But while I was doing that, you guys, I was posting on my social media things like about like pictures of me, how much I love the green shot, how much I'm loving the glow cream. Like, so it's kind of all aligning in a way as well. So that was on purpose. So then from there, my goal was, I want to get as many people on this as possible, but not just because of the results I would like from this event, but what do I want to see come from this event? So my goal is activity, because I want to work smart. So I would like to get into activity with new faces as quickly as possible. And that is most easily done through group presentations. So from here, what do I want? My goal is to make this quick and easy, exciting and different from my first Facebook parties that I had done in the past, where many of my guests were from those Facebook parties. I mean, I have so many clients from those parties, and I'm so grateful for the power of them. So if I make this event easy breezy, fun, different, there are going to be people from this event that I can then go ask, could you host a glow party? Okay. So you see where it's all kind of playing out. So I did the glow party. What I did, and I will, when we post the recording, Dina, I will link the pages I use, but it's straight from the source. Like, I just use the info from the derm results steps. I just basically, and I even said, because I didn't have time to prep for this, y'all. That's what I want you to know. I'm also getting my kids ready for back to school. I'm preparing for camping trip, all the things, but I knew I just need to do this so that I can move forward, like just one foot in front of the other here. So I was just like, I'm reading off, if you see my eyes divert a little bit, it's because this information's super new to me too, but I want to share the highlights. So I'm just kind of looking from my notes. And then I also just shared, and Dina did a post on the green glow gut. I just took the highlights of those. This was kind of cool though. While I was talking about that, and I did it in a wine glass, because everything's just a little bit more fun in a wine glass. So I was making my green glow gut shots in a wine glass, showing them, telling them the benefits, taking a sip, cheersing, that sort of thing. And it was great. It was fun. And I feel like a big success to share is that I booked a party for next week already from this event, which is a really big deal because I have been in a Facebook party rut. All right. So I'm just going to throw it out there. Like I've been in a party rut. So that booking felt really good. And I was just happy to celebrate the win, just every win. Please celebrate your wins. Super, super important. So that is something you could literally right now decide to go do. And what are we at? Today's Tuesday. You could say, I want to do this Thursday night, or I want to do this Friday night, or I want to do one of these Sunday. You have time, because all you got to do is just get excited about the skincare, which isn't hard because we're all very excited about anyways. And then about the glow drink, and then it's a glow party. And, it's just, why not? Because people are looking, they're looking really to us, whether we know it or not, to keep kind of spicing it up a little bit in a way. And the most important thing is, even if it is a party of one, you guys, it's the fact that you generate any sort of curiosity and you begin that step forward. That is really the most important. But there are tricks to have people on for sure live. And that is just tons of follow-up. It's tons of getting people excited. So on the day of the event, anyone who said they were coming right before, I'm like, hey, I can't wait to see you in a few minutes for the glow party. And they're like, oh, shoot, I forgot. I'll get on now. No problem. Or, oh, shoot, my aunt just called. I said, no problem. And then I went and tagged those people right after individually. It was super, super intentional, probably the most intentional of any of my personal parties I've done, but it was because we are working to get to that next step, which is have my guest on live so that my guest would see this and want to host their own. And it also generated several samples of the glow set going out as well. So I got to move on, Dina. Let's do recognition.
All right, let me share my screen. Connolly, thank you so much. That was awesome. I am inspired. All right, let me get to the next. All right, there you go.
Okay, here we go. So just like that, we're moving to our recognition. So congrats to NCAL for district manager, Anna Nice, Thomas Deans, Jillian Bolans, Diana Ofawia, Lena Eckhoff, Nadina Pendleton, and Patrice Strachan.
Congrats.
Awesome job. Okay, customer acquisition bonus earners. So for our district manager earners, we had Amber Fry, Dina Kretzer, Amber Lillystrom, and Courtney Lewis. And Courtney Lewis, this is really cool for you, girlfriend, because in your first month as a district, in your first 6 months as a district manager, not only do you get the $200 bonus, Arbonne gives you another $100. And in your first month as a new DM, your direct VP gives you an additional 100. So that's $400 bonus. So we all wanted to draw attention to that because that's super, super awesome. And our area manager earners were Dina Kretzer and Amber Fry. Congrats. All right, let's see. We have changed 5 lives or more. Oh my goodness. Amber Fry, 19, Courtney Lewis, 16, Fizzy 10s. Amber Lillystrom, 5 or more, and Dina Kretzer, 5 or more. Congrats. That's awesome, guys. And changed 1 life or more. I'm just going to go through these and read the first names. Diana, Connolly, Becky, Rihanna, Riley, Maggie, Allison, Christine, Rachel, Ashley, Darcy, Callie, Jesse, Anna, Sarab, Caitlin, Janet, Jamie. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Congrats. That's great.
Awesome. Oops. Why is it not going?
Because it wouldn't be us if it didn't. All right. Tops and changing lives. Top districts in changing lives are sponsoring new preferred clients or consultants with 150 orders. Our top district, Amber Fry, Courtney Lewis, and then tied for third, Amber Lillystrom and Dina Kretzer. And then our top areas were Amber Fry, Dina Kretzer, and Amber Lillystrom. Awesome job. And then this is the top in sales and the perfect brick. So top personal sales, we had Amber Fry, Dina Kretzer, Fran Babashak. Awesome. And then your perfect brick, you can just read at the bottom here what that means. We had Courtney Lewis, Amber Lillystrom, Amber Fry, and Dina Kretzer for perfect brick. Okay, on the way to Riviera Maya. All right, so 100+ points. Fran Babashak, Courtney Lewis, myself, and Dina Kretzer. And then 300+ points, Amber Fry. It is not too late to be on the board for this, by the way, friends.
Definitely not. I don't know why it put your name on 2 lines, kind of like I couldn't get it to stop doing that.
That's okay.
But anyway, you get 2 lines.
Good.
But anyway, all right. Thank you so much. So
Sure.
much for reading that. And yes, we're so early in this trip earning period that everyone who's a Hope dealer now, everyone who joins you in the next couple of months, even the next 2 or 3 months, could still earn this trip. So to wrap up tonight, since I spoke earlier about saying affirmations daily, I am going to say them. I said them once before, and I had just started them, I don't know, months ago, and they weren't all from memory. But this is what I say, and it doesn't take up extra time in my day. I say it when I am walking. I say it when I'm driving the car. I say them if I'm doing some mindless cooking. It doesn't take extra time to say affirmations. And you don't have to say what I say. You make up your own. You can do that one sentence that I read earlier that I loved from Robin Sharma. I'll type that in case anyone loved that one sentence as much as I did. But this is what I speak. And, it is not just words to be positive psychobabble up here. I think of you all when I say these, and especially when I read this and you hear when I talk about new districts and areas and regions and nations promoting. I'm not just saying words. I picture different ones of you every time that I say these, because this is not about me. It starts out, every one of us starts about ourselves, but this is, I want you to see yourself in this. And I want you to be able to speak life and truth over yourself and your business. So I always say, I am so happy and grateful for my amazing life, for my unstoppable confidence, and for the flexibility in my life. I am a business building and enrolling magnet. People are eagerly seeking the life-changing opportunity I have to offer. These people are excited to work with me and are building their businesses stable and strong, just as I am. As I continue to love, serve, and grow, new leaders develop and grow other leaders. I am a trifecta award earner. I have a strong nation of Hope dealers with new districts, areas, and regions promoting in it, and new nations promoting out. I attract the right people, resources, and opportunities, and I am a 4-wide executive national vice president. And folks, that's it. But even though many of those things have not happened yet, I'm not 4-wide. I have not had a nation promote out, but that does, and some people will say, you shouldn't say affirmations. They thank you for the hearts in there. The affirmations, your mind says they're a lie and it would cause, and you know what? I don't believe that. I believe you either speak, I don't think I'll ever get there. I don't see how, this can't happen. This is too hard. Or you speak what you want and you focus on what you want. And I just encourage each one of you, because I want for you to take this as far as you want to go, and don't limit yourself and say, I think I could be okay with area manager, if in your heart the choices that you want require you getting to the VP levels. There's no reason any one of you can't do this. So I love each of you. Thanks for joining us on the call, and have an awesome August. All right. Love you all.